fell down the stairs coming back to my room. I spilled like half of my coffee. My knees hurt like crazy. Oh my god, they hurt so bad. So for a bit of context, hi, my name is Sarah. I'm a small business owner. I've been doing this for about 2.5 years now. And so yeah, my mom actually has been self-employed for over 10 years now. And so she's always been my biggest inspiration. And because of her, I've always wanted to be a self-employed artist. I, at the beginning, started selling my clay charms on my mom's Etsy, but it got suspended. Like for no reason, it got permanently suspended. So that was not cute. And so I decided to open my own storefront on Etsy. And so since I was still a minor, I did it under my dad's name, and that was good. So that was around March 2023. And so I opened my shop, everything went smoothly, but I got no orders. I got no orders for around 3 months. Then at the end of June that same year, lovely customer reached out to me on TikTok for 2 custom keychains, and so that was so exciting. It's my first ever order, and it's also a custom, so that was so exciting. That was my first time ever making my own money, so it felt so good that someone was finally, after months and months and months of no orders, someone was finally interested in my art, and that meant so much. And after that, I had like another 2 months of no orders on my Etsy. And then on September, maybe August, I suddenly started getting maybe a weekly order on my Etsy. And it was so exciting because I'd be in class in September, and then suddenly, cha-ching, and I got an order. And it was so wholesome to be in class, and I'd be like, oh my god, I can't scream right here, but oh my god. Then my shop got suspended. Like around December of that year, it got suspended again. I reached like 10 orders and it got suspended permanently. I don't know why still. I still don't know why. But well, I took the opportunity to take it as a sign to open my own website. So I did that. It was very, very wonky. It looked so bad. Looking back, it looked so crappy. And I did it on Big Cartel. And in November, October 2024, I was so burnt out because I had to still do the work of a business that gets tons of orders but getting no results. So it was very hard. The first 2 years were very, very, very hard. I could barely pay the $15 fee for Big Cartel. I decided to close my shop for good. At that time, I thought I was like closing, giving up. I think it was good because I noticed that I can do it, and I just needed to change my path. I cried so much when I closed my shop. Like, I remember I came back from class and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna close it. I give up. I don't want to be self-employed anymore. It's not worth it. I'm not lucky enough like all of those successful small business owners. And after that, I went like a month or 2 without my shop, living life, kind of depressed. Yeah, I was in my bed all day. I was really anxious. I felt like nothing made sense anymore, and I still got so many comments on my Instagram and TikTok about, oh my god, you should just try again, open your shop, we'll wait for you, open a YouTube, maybe that goes well for you. And at one point I decided, oh, they're right, I'm gonna try again. And so I started making studio vlogs on YouTube. One of the first studio vlogs I posted was like a shop reopening. So this time I decided to go with Squarespace, and not my favorite. Like, it's so customizable, but the small business integrations are not my favorite. I put my shop on Squarespace and I got one order. Yeah, someone ordered a Jellycat tomato phone charm and it was so cute. I remember so fondly. Well, that was a few months ago, so like January or February 2025 already. It meant so much to me. And after a few months of dealing with Squarespace and wanting to do things with my shop that I couldn't, I decided, well, I'm gonna just switch to Shopify. Everything went so smoothly, and ever since I switched to Shopify, everything is so much better. So that's great. I have tons of small business friends, and most of them, including myself, live by no research is the best research. If you don't make mistakes, you never learn. And so every single one of me and my small business friends, my mom even, all of us started on our own, growing slowly. So if you don't know how to ship something, how to make a website, there's tons and tons and tons of videos online. You just have to grow slowly and figure out things as you grow. So you have your product, you know what you want to sell, you know who you want to sell it to. So now, where do you sell it? So many people would advise to start on Etsy because it's a marketplace, it drives people to your shop. But I would advise you to start your own website, either with Big Cartel, Shopify, or Squarespace, depending on what you need and your budget. So now you have your website. How do we price your items? Well, for most of my handmade items, not stickers and sticker sheets and prints, I have a really simple formula. The amount of time it took you to make that piece from start, so designing to finish, multiplied by minimum wage plus the cost of materials. And some people like to just eyeball it and do whatever, but I think that's the best formula to get your money worth and the time worth, because you don't want to be working for free. And then for my stickers, I just look into other small businesses pricing. So yeah. Shipping, packaging, and order fulfillment. You got an order, yay! So what I do is print the order, like packing label thing. I take that and all the items they ordered, and I just pack it with glassine bags. For my clay charms, I do little cardboard boxes and mailers, flat mailers for my stationery, and sometimes boxes, but just if they ordered sticker sheets and prints, and also a bulky item like a clay charm. What I do is just pack everything and add freebies. I'm a huge fan of freebies. I add tons of freebies, my customers know. And a business card. This is my business card. It's so cute. I designed it myself. It's my little character Noi. And here on the back is my shop domain and a QR. And it's so cute, and I put one of these into each order. And for shipping, it depends on your country. For me, I'm Spanish, and so I have the mailing system of the country, and yeah, I just print shipping labels from my home. I don't have a like shipping label printer, thermal printer thing yet because they're expensive and I can't afford one. So I just print them with this bad boy right here, my Epson Eco Tank and tape them onto the mailers, and that works. But I eventually do want to invest in a thermal label printer. Now comes the hard part: marketing and social media. How do we find the right audience? How do we get orders, customers? So the only way I've tried is social media. So what I do is I've been posting regularly on my Instagram for like 2 years. I have like 400 posts on my Instagram, and I post the same reels on my Instagram and my TikTok. And then a few months ago, I started posting on YouTube. And I would say that YouTube is the best platform for growing a small business, because long form content makes people more invested into you. And you, as the small business owner, are the most important part of the business. And people want to get to know you. Okay, so YouTube, I think it's the best way to grow a true community. I've gotten more orders from YouTube than my Instagram with like 9,000 followers. At this point, I think I am at 9,000 around. So yeah, and my YouTube right now is not even at 1,000. Right now, as I'm filming this, we are like 941 subscribers. So thank you so much. But yeah, I would really advise you to start a YouTube and not just post small business vlogs and kind of like that, but also pack with me's are huge. Like, I have a friend, shout out to Edda, and she's recently started posting tons of like long, no music ASMR pack with me videos, and she's popping it. Like, I watched her most recent one like yesterday actually. It had like 30,000 views and she had like 3,000 followers. And this morning I was gonna finish watching it and it had like 60,000 suddenly. That's amazing. And she's suddenly like almost 5k followers, and yesterday she had 3k. So that's amazing. You never know when you're gonna blow up on YouTube. And so yeah, but also lifestyle videos, like Annika's Leave. She does lifestyle videos and works on her business, and that's how she markets herself, because she is the brand, not her business. She is the brand, and the brand sells things. That's how you truly grow a community. If you grow a community, you have clients. But also, you have to have realistic expectations. You cannot expect to blow up overnight. Every time you post something, maybe it does happen. I know so many people that has happened to them. But you have me as an example. It took me 2.5 years to start getting some orders. And I know many people that have been trying for years, and just now, after years and years of hard work without a reward, they're starting to grow and get orders. So you have to have realistic expectations, and don't be too discouraged when you don't get the results you want instantly, because it's not realistic to get those instantly. It takes tons and tons of work, and that amount of work you imagine it takes, double it and double it and double it and double it. Okay? And that's the amount of work you get, but you have to double it again. Okay? So don't be discouraged, but have realistic expectations. It's also really important to not take yourself way too seriously. If you take yourself too seriously from day one, thinking like, oh, I'm a small business owner, I'm great. Yeah, you can be delusional. Be delusional. Like, it's the best thing you can do to be delusional. But you have to be realistic and don't be too hard on yourself. It's okay if your shop update comes out a week after you announced it. It's okay if you make mistakes pricing and you have to twitch the price. It's okay if it's gloomy today and you can't take product pictures. It's okay. You don't have to take yourself way too seriously, because what's meant for you will come to you. Don't be too hard on yourself, because that will not be good on your mental health. Like, believe me, I know. If your shop update is not doing great, don't be too hard on yourself. Maybe you didn't market it properly. Try to think about other ways to promote it, and slowly but surely, everything will work out. You have to keep working. Don't ever give up, because you're doing great. And if you give up, you're never gonna see the ideal life you wanted. So don't be too hard on yourself. Have fun, because I made the mistake to take myself seriously and I closed my shop for good. And don't neglect your health, your mental health. It's the most important. Your relationships, your studies, if you're studying, your work, if you're working, both, if you're doing both, and your friends and family, and boyfriend, girlfriend relationship. But the most important thing is yourself. Don't neglect yourself. I like to take Sundays as like a reset day every week. So I shower with candles, I do my hair, I do my nails, I do my skincare, like deep skincare. I light up candles everywhere. I read my manga, like updates. I don't know, anything that has to do with my own health and mental health. And tomorrow's Sunday. Tomorrow is reset day, and I'm trying to get back into my schedule. So tomorrow is YouTube upload day, hopefully. Before closing today's video, I decided to do a little Q&A section. So I asked you guys on my Instagram if you had any questions, and so I got some, and we're gonna talk about them. So yeah, the first question is, what's one thing that you wish you got told before starting your small business? This one's really clear, is that followers does not equal sales or orders, and that you cannot expect to magically blow up overnight. Some people do blow up, but most of us, it's just really slow growth and tons of effort. So yeah, you cannot expect to just blow up overnight. The next one is, how do you handle having to make art, film, edit, etc.? So I'm terrible at filming myself while I make art. And when I have to make tons of stickers, tons of prints, like just production for markets or shop updates, I usually don't film because I get stressed and I don't get work done. So what I usually do, I'm a gastronomy student, so I have long class days, like maybe 8-9 hours on my feet every day, and so it's exhausting. I get home like 5-6 p.m. and the only thing I have energy for is to maybe edit a reel or just scroll on my bed all evening. So it's exhausting. But I take Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, so the rest days, off to just work on my art, on my business. And that's when I film most of everything on my reels, TikToks, and YouTube videos. So I usually film my YouTube videos on Friday and Saturday, and then I edit them on Sunday morning and publish them on Sunday evening. And yeah, sometimes it is a struggle, but you just have to utilize your free hours and remember to rest. If you don't rest, you're gonna burn yourself out so much, believe me. And don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing good. You're doing great. The next one is, what's one thing that everyone does but you think it's unnecessary for a small business? Definitely the Etsy phase. Like 99% of my small business friends, and I myself included, have started on Etsy, and I think that's something you can skip. And nowadays Etsy is not great for artists, and so I think you should just go for the website, maybe Big Cartel, because it's cheaper every month. It's like 15 bucks. And there's even like a version where you don't have to pay a thing, but you can only have 5 listings. But yeah, I think that Etsy is totally skippable. You're eventually still gonna move. What was the hardest lesson you've learned while running your small business? Definitely the first thing, as the first question, that followers and effort does not equal success or sales. And the last question I got is, I struggle to promote my art. Nobody sees it. By the way, your art looks so sweet. I love it. Thank you so much, Mel. And I get it. It's a struggle to promote art, but you just have to keep going. You have a dream and a goal, and if you just stop, you're never gonna reach it. And maybe after working for years and years and years, it never comes, but at least you tried. It's better to try and fail than to not try and regret it. So you just have to keep going, experiment, try different things, and I highly recommend starting a YouTube. YouTube is the best way to create a community, to get orders, to get your art out there, because people are more invested into you, into your videos, into your life and your business, and I think that's the most important part. So go make a YouTube, you guys. And it's getting so gloomy right now. Like, I see the sun right there, but there's clouds everywhere, and like there's no light in here. I hope I can edit a bit in the colors. I've been yapping for almost an hour, but I hope I tackled everything in this video. And if not, you can leave any questions on the comments. I try to reply to every single comment, and if I don't reply, I've read it. I read all of my comments. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe if you want, watch my other videos, go to my shop, maybe grab a little sticker. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Love you.